Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another match of the Rugby Sevens World Cup. This one, Kenya versus Tonga. Only one of these sides can advance, and the winner of this contest, they'll be going through to the round of 16 to take on Argentina. So that will be a very intriguing contest when it does take place. But first of all, they have got to beat their opposition in this one. Now, Tonga, they haven't really had a huge amount of opportunities on the World Sevens circuit, whereas Kenya, in their last competition in LA, they look phenomenal. And I do look forward to seeing what they can do out there. We have got Ollie in the chat. It sets up. I'm a big fan. Thank you very much, mate. Hugely appreciated. Yeah, being here, and also Motu and Patlu. Hopefully I've said that correctly. As said, hey, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Doing very well. So the matches that we now know that are confirmed. England will be playing Ireland in the round of 16. France versus Canada. USA versus Samoa. That is a huge contest for a round of 16 game. New Zealand versus Scotland. We cannot underestimate the Scottish for that one. Argentina versus the winner of this game between Kenya and Tonga. And then there is still Australia, Fiji, and South Africa who have already qualified for the round of 16 and now await to see who they have got as their opposition. Love from India. And there says Moto and Patlu. And their one belting side will get knocked out after this, says Sebastian. Yeah, it's a shame, because I want to see Kenya and Tonga both go far. And I feel like Tonga, they just need a little bit more opportunities, and they would be able to get a lot better with their sevens, but we haven't really seen too much of them recently in that seven circuit. I believe the last time we saw them consistently was actually probably the Commonwealth Games, and then before that, the Oceania Sevens, which did have a lot less teams. Where are you from? I am from New Zealand. So it is currently sitting at a decent-ish hour here in New Zealand, 8:22 p.m. But after this game, or after the last game, I should say, it's probably going to be sitting at about 5:30 a.m. New Zealand time. But do let me know your score predictions for this game. We will go through the starting lineups for Kenya. It is going to be Vincent Onyala, Hamwa Ambaka, Omondi, Anya Olech, and also Oyo as the captain. Then for the Tongas, it is Osika, Sione Tupo, Sunia, also Tongatea, Ika, I always mess up his name, Taupelulu. I hope he doesn't touch the ball much. And then Pakalani as the last man in their starting lineup. So they haven't actually got Halafihi in there. I do see he is one of the players who is missing for the Tongans. I have a question. How do India plan on winning the Asia Cup if the final is Pakistan versus Sri Lanka? And this says Sebastian, and also says I'm Mr. Frundles. As well, but currently Tonga, they are ready to rumble the Kenyans, though. They are a side that will hit you hard. And if you hit them hard, they'll hit you harder. But then that's the same with Tonga. I think we could see a player get seriously injured in this game, because both of them are just going to give it 150%. Hey, dude, says the Ninja Dude. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing very well. But Kenya, excited to get rolling in this competition. And like I mentioned, these sides that play in the pre-round of 16, if you do manage to get yourself a win, you've also got the momentum building into your next game. You've got game time under your belt, which is something that Argentina will not have when they do make their way into that round of 16 game. Long time no see, says the Ninja Dude. And I'm grieving. You'll have to forgive me, says Sebastian. And there as well, Adam Leal, the Englishman, in charge of this contest. England have booked themselves their spot with Ireland in that first round of 16. That is starting at 12:39 a.m. And the last round of 16 game takes place at 5:03 a.m. We are hoping to do a little bit of the women's game, though, at some point in time. It does overlap with the NRL for the first matches, but the second matches, I believe we're going to be hopefully doing France versus South Africa in there as well. But now it's going to be kicked off by Kenya to get us underway. Oliech kicks it nicely, and Kenya able to retain it, although a double knock-on does result in a Tongan scrum. The evening, Hamish. How are you, mate? It's been a while since Betty V here. Hope you are doing very well. I am also doing very well. I'm excited. Cape Town Sevens, got to love it. I don't actually mind the South African time zone too much, because at least it's going to be all from evening to the morning pretty much, whereas some of the competitions, kind of early afternoon till random hours in the morning, it doesn't quite work. But Cape Town, I think it's going to be pretty handy. And also, Big Love Beauty V, hope you're well. And also Malutonga says Vinny and Tonga currently have got the possession. Nice attacking run. Now, Kenya come in as favourites, but Tonga can certainly cause an upset, although Kenya take the quick tap. Going to be nice work here from, I believe that was going to be Oliech. Now goes across to Onyala. So then just inside of the 22, once again across Oyo. One more looking wide. Oh, he slipped over now. Every game so far, we have seen at least one player slip over, which I think is something we're going to see a lot more of. Oyo, nice attack and run. Oseka able to drag him down, though, 22 meters out now for Kenya. The bounce pass and the little knock on. No, they've said it's gone backwards. So will we play on now? Tonga trying to run onto that one, and you can see they're taking a very cautious approach. He's thrown it to the wrong side. In fact, it was stripped from Kenya, and it becomes the penalty in favour of the Tongans. And all well, brother. I hope you are well too. And also, I'm busy seeing NRL. Says Brandon and hi, Hamish. Says Vinny. And welcome in, mate. I did see a little bit earlier on. Hope you are enjoying the Sevens World Cup. If you've got somewhere to watch it, it's going to be awesome. I feel like my mouth in the recording software isn't doing the same speed as what it is. It's normally like there's no latency, but now there's like a little bit of a delay. That's why I kind of look like I'm swimming at the moment. 5.5 minutes left in this first half, or in fact now closer to 5. John Ika, that is, with the line out throw. That one was very wobbly, and because of it, Kenya have been able to steal it. Now Omundi goes across the edge. Hands of Anya. Nice offload to Oyo. Currently, Kenya building phase after phase. Something that's very important to do in Sevens is getting those breakdowns right. And it seems like Kenya, their recycling of the ball has been efficient now. Nice run for William Bucker. He's going over. And the man who has the goggles has been able to score the try. And I'm grateful for this tournament because everything else is called off. Says Sebastian there, but it will be Bucker. He's been looking very good in the last few legs of the Sevens. Same with the Kenyan side in general, but it was a nice pass from, it was Herman Hamwa, and did manage to sell the dummy. He was going to give the Tongan a fin, but the Tongan player slipped over. And good to hear all as well. Your side, yes, same here. Oh, well, Kenya, says Vinny. And yeah, like I mentioned, they came in as favourites, I believe, about $10 underdogs. Tonga found themselves. Now, oh, that's a great drop kick from the touchline. Kenya now leading 7-0 in this matchup. I see that the scoreboard has gone to sleep a little bit. There we go. Hopefully that's going to be behaving itself pretty well, maybe. And also, I think Kenya will be too much for Tonga. Also, RFB, the Queen of England, 1926 to 2022. Yeah, the sudden news that we did here. And it has caused a lot of sporting events to be delayed. The test match between South Africa and England has been delayed. Premier League no longer going to be on this weekend. And maybe Gallagher Premiership might also be off. So yeah, the Cape Town Sevens. If it was in England for the Sevens World Cup, I believe it would have been called off. But because it's in South Africa, the show must go on. Kicked off long by Oliech once again. Beautiful work from Kenya, although that's playing the man in the year. It becomes a penalty. Now, he's probably relatively lucky there because a lot of those have been given as yellow cards throughout the last few legs, but it will be now Tonga kicking for the touchline, and that will be Pakalani there. And also, I think so, Ryan Sims at 96 and out. Quite an impressive innings, though, says Sebastian in there. Yeah. So now I believe, if I'm not wrong, is it the other fellow, Charles? Is he now king? Maybe. I don't really know the royal family scenario too well. At the moment, that was not straight from Tonga. That is a mistake that they certainly couldn't afford from John Ika. And it gives them now another little bit of a challenge that they have to try and overcome with the Kenyans. Whoever loses this game, though, I believe they will be going on to face off against, one moment, where are they? There they are. The loser of this game will be facing off against the loser of Scotland or Jamaica. So they will be facing Jamaica. And then from there, they will try and make their way a little bit further on. It's a good scrum from Tonga. Put it on the extra pressure. Kenya having the knock-on advantage, but it's going to be now the penalty. And also we have got there a visits Romania regularly, says Sebastian for King Charles III. Unfortunately, Oliech, once again, everyone probably wants bigger studs in the bottom of their boots because everyone's slipping around all over the place out there in Cape Town. It looks like lush green grass, which sometimes works in your favour when you're trying to slide over the try line, but doesn't work in your favour when you're trying to run and everything just ends up getting stuck in the ground or not stuck enough in some instances. Now, Oliech, once again, hanging on to this ball for the Kenyans. Nice fend off from Anya. Nice step in there. Beautifully done. Now back across. Oliech goes to Mbaka, the one try scorer. Wide cut out pass. He might be joined by one of his Kenyan teammates very soon. They can get themselves over the line, but 25 seconds. Sorry, 25. What was it? Where was I going with 25? Because it's a minute 40 left. Now it's going to be OU going forward. He's going to score the try between the sticks. Maybe it was Kenya's going to get to 25, although I don't think that was the case. I think it's just a case of I completely forgot what was going on. But now OU doing nicely there. Nice work from Oliech. And then OU goes through, scores the try, and does manage to put that ball down over the try line. Kenya, nice little lead building now. We've got to try and make sure the scoreboard's half asleep for this game. It hasn't been too bad for the last couple of games, but this one seems like it has forgotten how to work. And also Kenya, too good in this first half, says Vinny, and also try for the Kenyans, says Sebastian. Now 55 seconds left on the clock here. So, I guess the big question is, will Damien McGrath be able to take Kenya to a podium finish? Going to be massive for them, but they will be going up against Argentina. Mbaka played NPC once upon a time, says M. David there, and also get a try for Willie Tonga, says King To'o. 30 seconds left in this first half. Tonga need at least one try to keep themselves in this game, and it's going to be bouncing up. For me, though, the Tongan team, I haven't seen any sign of pure pace yet. I feel like that sounds pretty harsh, but a lot of the players, I don't know whether or not we have seen, that's a little bit of a better run from Tonga. That was Tongatea, but it's going to be the penalty to Kenya for not releasing, so the clean out just a little bit too slow. That was Edward Sunia. So yeah, for me, it seems like Tonga just aren't quite there at the moment in terms of maybe it's the fitness side of things, because they haven't been playing much sevens in competitions. It's probably quite tricky. Best result came for Kenya in the World Sevens Cup in 2009, where they finished third. So they have the potential of being able to get themselves the podium. They will just have to keep on going. Now, scrum feed for Kenya. If you were Kenya and you're 14-0 up, it is inside of Tonga's half, so I think you go for one last attack. I don't see Kenya as the kind of side who would kick the ball out. Tonga are struggling a bit in Sevens and Union. They have a belting league side, says Sebastian. Yeah, the League World Cup just around the corner. It's going to be awesome. We are actually going to be covering some of the tournament on the Kiwi Lads Sport Channel. Nice offload there. It's a knock-on. And now the advantage goes to Tonga, looking for another offload here. It's in the hands of, it will be the man whose name I couldn't say, the number 12, but now he's going to have a bit of a foot race. It looks like Kenya, though, they're going to be winning that foot race 9 times out of 10, and it is the number 9, Oyo, who kicks it dead. And that is going to be now halftime in this contest, 14 points to 0 in favour of the Kenyans. There we go. We will go like that. And like that. There we go. Yeah, good first half from Kenya. Of course, Tonga are always going to be a relatively tough side to get through because they have got some big physical bodies. But Odiambo, the fact that he wasn't out there in the first half. Also, they didn't have Olioch or Lindy as another player. Wakesa. They got a good squad for the Kenyans here. And also, we have got the Echo Kenya podium. Here we come, says Quest. And yeah, if they can continue to build from this game onwards to their next one, they would have to knock out Argentina, who were second, I believe, overall in the standings for the Sevens over the year of 2022. But I think they've got potential. Kenya are one of those sides you can never doubt them, because as soon as you doubt them, that's when they beat a side by 15 points and make you go, oh, okay, fair enough. Kenya's still right up there. Like, they are going to be a tough fight, which is why Argentina-Kenya is going to be an absolutely fantastic game of rugby. And it is going to be taking place at about 2:30 a.m. New Zealand time. We are going to be live, though, and we are going to be covering that epic fixture. But anyone who is new to the channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It is hugely appreciated, you guys all being here for these live streams. We have got plenty more to come and should be very, very exciting indeed. 3 tackles made by Kenya, 1 missed tackle, 6 tackles made by Tonga, but the one that's really costing them is those 5 missed tackles. That means 50% of the time the Kenyans have been able to get their way through, and it has led to great attacking opportunity here. Tongans are more for rugby league, says Vinny there, and also Kip. And there says Cooper Cronk, and also Saturday rugby tomorrow. Yes, says Reed Nichols. It certainly is. We have got the Rugby Sevens World Cup, the NRL, the Bunnings NBC, We're hoping to cover all three and also the Gallagher Premiership if it is taking place and it doesn't overlap with any of the other games of the Sevens World Cup. So the next game that has taken place of the pre-round of 16 will be Wales versus Korea, then Hong Kong versus Uruguay, and then the final game is Germany versus Chile. And also A1Z has said, hey, and there's our welcome into the live stream. I hope you are doing very well. Oyo going to be lifting his man there. And also we have got there, the Kiwis look strong this year, says Cooper Cronk. They're always up there, New Zealand. But it's whether or not they can pull off the win up against Scotland. I think it's probably one of their harder fixtures because they haven't had the warm-up game. The rust will still be there for the Kiwis after LA, although it was only a couple weeks ago, which is their benefit. Nice ball on the inside now. Nice work from the big number 8, Herman Humwa. Now back across. One more. Nice work. Oyo trying to break his way through. It's going to be a good tackle made by Tonga. That was Pakalani. I kind of have to relearn these Tongan names. Unfortunately, like I mentioned, they don't get to take part in the Sevens very often. Great tackle. That would have broken an ankle on a lesser man of Umbaka. Is he going to be all right, though? Looks like he is. He is just a little bit slower getting up from that one. Tonga now have the ball. Straight over the ball, though. Kenya get it straight back. The moment. Herman Humwa has been doing very nicely. 6 minutes left in the second half now. It looks like Kenya may try and slow this one down a little bit more. Make sure that they don't rush this one. You've got 14 points on the board compared to your opposition. There's no point throwing too many random things at them at this point in time. And Hamish may ask, when does Fiji play? How are they going to play against? Thanks, says Vinny. No worries at all. So Fiji, their first game that they have got will be taking place in part of the round of 16. So that is going to be at 4:05 a.m. that they play, and they will be playing either Wales or South Korea, whoever wins that game. So they will be playing Wales, is what I have said throughout the week as well. So 4:05 a.m. New Zealand time. A little bit early for the first game for the Fijians, but we are going to be up and we will be covering that fixture as well. We are hoping to cover a majority of the round of 16. We may not get all of the 8 games in, but we're hoping to do at least, minimum 5 to be fair. We're going to be doing our absolute best. I would think more than likely we will get through at least 6 or 7. Now, penalty to the Kenyans and evenings, gents. Hamish, Sebastian, have a solid weekend, lads. Says Nathan, welcome in, mate. Are you working tonight, Nathan? Out of curiosity, because we've got Sevens pretty much at random hours of the evening, so we may actually get to catch up with you throughout the night as well. Now, nice run from Kenya, just out from their own 22. Nice ball across to Umbaka, looking for the corner. Brilliant fend, but he's been able to be dragged down by Oseka. It's done nicely. It's another penalty to Kenya. So Tonga's discipline certainly let them down in the last little while. Anyala sells the dummy. I think he was held up. He made a mistake there. He went himself, and it did cost him, but it is still going to be a 5-meter scrum in favor of Kenya, and it looks like they are not too far off from making a sub here. And I believe that is Njera making his way out. And also remember when Fiji and Wales met in the Autumn Union Internationals, says Sebastian in there. I do indeed. I also remember when Georgia and Fiji met. I wish Georgia had a Sevens team now that I think about it. I think they've got a lower ranked team, but I think that they could have potential. Actually, now that I think about it, where is Spain? Not in terms of the location. I know where they are in Europe, but Spain are not a part of this Rugby World Cup. Surely it's not like the Union World Cup and they got banned? Surely they haven't done it again, have they, for Spain? But I'm surprised not to see them anywhere. So I would have thought that they would get themselves a spot, but maybe too many European teams could be why they have been left out. But currently Tonga have got this ball 5 meters out. Another knock on from the Kenyans, and it will now be 5-meter scrum in favour of Tonga. I think Sunia was putting the extra pressure on there. And thanks to you, my guy. Work right now. Thanks to you, my guy. Keep us updated on the Sevens, says Nathan in there as well. So Australia, I know you are keen on hearing about the Aussies. So they are going to be playing at 2:45 a.m. It's made us still a bit upset with South Africa. Wink, wink. Had to throw it in there. I pretty much gave you the alley-oop, didn't I? All you needed to do was slam dunk it through the hoop. But, yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because I think Spain, from their recent games, would have been a very good team to have in there. I don't know who they replace, though, is probably the only problem, because you got to have the teams from the different, I guess, continents. So Europe have probably already got enough, because they got Germany, they've got Wales, they've also got, I'm scrolling through a little bit further, Scotland, and everyone along those lines, France, Ireland, and England. And 4:04 a.m. same time with Fiji. Amish says, Vinny, so I believe at the moment, if you are sitting, I'll just have a look at our time. So we are sitting 8:40 p.m. New Zealand time. So if that is the same for you, then we are on the exact same time zone. But it may be an hour's difference depending on whether or not Fiji have dropped an hour or so. And all is good, my guy. Much love. Says Nathan there is going to be the tap. Taken by Kenya now, only a few meters out. Oliech goes to Mbaka. He's had a massive knock on. The thing is, Tonga still have a chance in this game. As long as they get themselves a try relatively soon, they're going to have to go a far way down the field, though, to be able to do that. They are only 10 meters out from their own line. Sione Tupou has to carry. Yeah, Tonga just don't seem to have that speed that they require, unfortunately, here. And same time, Amish says, Vinny. So, yeah, 4:04 a.m. New Zealand time and Fiji time, Fiji versus Wales or South Korea. It's going to be another penalty to Kenya. Now, quick tap. Taken now, little chip in behind from Kenya. It's going to be sitting up. Yes, it does, but he's dropped it again. That time, I believe that was on Yala who's put it down. Everyone is dropping the ball out there at the moment. It must be slipperier than it looks, because I know that a lot of players, they were slipping over from losing their footing. Maybe there's still a little bit of surface moisture, which is causing the players to put it down. Nice one, and going to have my notifications on. Says Vinny there. But yeah, hopefully we do get all of those live streams that are happening later on, scheduled before the NRL starts. I believe that is starting at around 9:45 New Zealand time and Fiji time, as I should mention. So as long as we get everything relatively scheduled by then, hopefully it is early enough that you can see exactly when those games are taking place. The women's games, we haven't got a huge amount of women's games we are doing today. I'm hoping to do a few more tomorrow. I would have loved to do Fiji, Japan, but unfortunately overlaps with the NRL. But I think more than likely New Zealand, Colombia might be the first game that we cover of the Women's Sevens, and then France versus South Africa. Good point. We need to advertise the notification bell more. That is true. I don't really advertise it at all, do I? I just say hit that like button and subscribe. So also hit that bell. And either, I think they've got two options, don't they? They've got all notifications or partial. We have a lot of videos that go up, so you guys will probably get sick of my notifications. Now, nice run forward from Oseka. Trying to break through. Nice work from, that's that hard name. Tape Lelu, I believe it is. And yeah, it's a cold morning in Cape Town, says Dude Imperfect. Now, quick tap, taken by the Tongans. Charging for Rodney. Tonga Taya finds another offload up. It's still hard work for Tonga to try and break through Kenya. They want to keep going, though, and they want to get through. It's going to be a great tackle made once again. Tonga, if they get themselves one try in there, and notifications galore during a sevens competition, says Sebastian, exactly right. You can get like 10 within a couple hours, depending on how many other games we do end up covering. But now, still on the side of Tonga, can they get themselves the one try? That time it was Via Matahau did have the carry. Kenya counter ruck. I think there's an injury, or I think there might actually be a bit of cynical play there from one of the Kenyans, I would assume. Or it could be a neck roll from Tonga. Just give me some space for a second, he says to the Kenyan players. And also, true that, Sebastian. Okay, Itunda Miranda Nick. I believe he's from South Africa. And that is going to be a neck roll. 10 red has gone to the bin. That is going to be Pakalani now off the field. That is the last thing that Tonga wanted in this match. But now they are going to be one man down for the next 40 seconds. So I guess the good news is he only has to sit in the bin for about a minute rather than the 2. But the neck roll, so number 9, Oyo is in there. And then, just had him around the neck, going for a bit of a choke hold on him. Not allowed to do that in the game of sevens, or most sports anyway, I guess you could say. Other than maybe if you're doing a bit of mixed martial arts, you'd be all right. Go with the old neck hold. And also we've got the first of 4 World Cups within the next few weeks. So he's Kipper Cronk. Yeah, there is plenty happening in the world at the moment of sport. We're hopefully going to be covering a majority of the different competitions as well. Like I mentioned, the NRL, we are going to be covering that on the Kiwi Lads Sport So if that is something you guys are keen on, be sure to check that out. We'll actually put a link after this game is finished for the Kiwi Lad Sport for you guys to check out. But 5 seconds left now. Kenya want one more try. Passing nicely out wide. It's going to be Vincent Onyala. He's not getting caught. And it's another try for Kenya to get up to 19 points, 2-0. So Tonga are the second team now that have not been able to get themselves a single try on the board. The only other side was Portugal. I'm trying to think of a similarity between the two. I guess you could say maybe they both have an A and an O in their name. That's about the only similarity I think I can think of between the two. And FIFA Rugby League, T20 cricket, plenty of hours, which I won't dedicate to my loved ones, says Sebastian. Yeah, it's going to be a very hectic period. My voice, I would think by December, I'm not going to have my vocal cords working too well for me. But that is one of the exciting things about doing all these live streams, is you never quite know what is just around the corner for the commentary side of things. That kick has missed, but the score at the end of this game, 19 points to 0 in favour of the Kenyans, and they will be moving on now to take on Argentina. Anna G, says M. David. So that link that I've just put in the chat, that is for our second channel, the Kiwi Lad Sport, and also for that one, we are going to be doing an NRL live stream at 7:45. Throughout that live stream, though, we will be keeping you guys updated with what is happening in the Sevens. I believe there are a couple that will be overlapping in that department, including the women's game. So we will let you know who wins between Australia, Madagascar, USA, Poland, Canada, China, Fiji, Japan, Ireland, Brazil, the lot as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Like I mentioned, check out the Kiwi Lad Sport, as that is where myself and also George are going to be in a very short amount of time. But thank you all very much for being here, and I will see you all for the next one.